I am God. I am House Master Nigel Cooper. September 2001. I went to a boarding school called Charter House. I stayed in a house called Pageites. I had a house master called Nigel Cooper. He was a politics teacher at Charterhouse. He was a tall, white man with white hair and a white moustache. And he drove 2 Jaguars. He had 2 Jaguars on his driveway. Whenever I looked at his driveway in front of his home, he always had 2 Jaguars there. Yeah. So, very interesting. I started at that school, and then within the first week or two would have been the plane attacks in New York. The planes that flew into the World Trade Center buildings in New York on 9/11. The World Trade Center. See, the thing is that the world would like to believe that I'm not God. And they think that they can use somebody who had some kind of authority over me when I was a child. I mean, obviously, when I was a child, well, the fact was, I didn't know I was God when I was a child. And the fact was, I was 13, 14, 15, 16 years old when I was there. Nigel Farage was my housemaster. But who's the house? I'm God. I'm really the housemaster. I mean, this is the thing, the word house, when, you might talk about the house of Israel or the house of God. See, the world would like to think that Nigel Farage is in charge. And the thing is, Nigel Farage, Nigel Cooper. I mean, this is the connection between Nigel Farage and Nigel Cooper. And the thing is that, well, how do you spell Nigel? Yeah? How do you spell Nigel? Spell it. N-I-G. What other words start with N-I-G? I wonder. Yeah. So Nig, E-L. E-L. So E-L, what does that mean? It comes from the Phoenician language, and it was in Hebrew. It's a generic word for God. Right? It means God. If someone was talking about false deities or something like that, they might use L or something like that, right? It's a way of saying God, right? Generic. It's not referring to any particular God it's literally just saying, it's literally what the word God. When people say, oh, what God do you worship? L is a generic word for God, right? And in fact, there was a deity that was worshipped under the name El, E-L. I mean, if you look at the, it comes from Jewish mysticism, right? They've got, they talk about the 72 names of God. And if you notice, if you look at all those names, and, if you look at all these angel names that are associated with God, they all tend to end with E-L, right? Like you got Uriel and Gabriel, Michael, Daniel, Azazel, all these kind of names, right? They end with E-L. E-L means God. I'm God. There is only one God, that's me. So, all this bullshit, the problem, what's funny is, Nigel Farage, what does he stand for, right? So he wants the UK to be independent, which seems to be, they've really struggled. It's been almost 10 years since the Brexit vote. It's been 9 years. Where are we with this? You know what I mean? Like, still got migrants coming across in boats. Yeah? My name's Grant. There's a Grant crisis. I'm the crisis. I'm God. And all this arguing, all this bullshit talking about migrants and hotel migrants, and yeah, I got a hoe, that's her ghost is on me. She's a hoe and she tells lies about me. Her name's Leah Dana Howe and she died in 2001 in a plane crash in August 25th in the Bahamas. Yeah, she used to be Mary. I explain this in almost every single video I make. Nobody cares and everyone seems to want to go to hell. Yeah, that's the problem. And I got these people who want to block my driveway. Yeah, and everyone's going, oh, Farage the garage and all this bullshit. Yeah, fuck garage. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and what was that other video? Oh, BBC put bodily fluids on Farage. What the fuck does that mean? You know, it sounds like a fucking porn film, doesn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? You know, why are people doing all this weird magic? Oh, you don't care. Okay, burn in hell then. Fucking idiots. I'm so sick of it. Oh, here's another video from Nigel Farage. It was a short on YouTube. It says, thank you for 7 million followers across my social media. Every one of you is driving our movement forward. Oh, driving. So this is all about driving cars, is it? In garages. Strange how that works. Yeah. Nigel. Yeah. Interesting name, isn't it? Nigel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I went to boarding school, I went to Charterhouse, my housemaster, and that obviously, you know, the house I stayed in, it was called Pageites, okay? You know, this is a Bible, right? It has pages in it, yeah. And you know what our house colours were at Pageites? The house colours were black and pink, yeah. Black and pink, what does that make you think of? Black and pink? Pink chocolate, yeah? So, you know, when Aaliyah died, which was before I went to boarding school, a couple of weeks before I started there, probably a week before I started there, and then the World Trade Center plane disaster, you know, the World Trade Center towers came down as well. All of that, it's all magic to try to steal from me. It's all about trying to hide me and trying to put somebody else in charge and trying to say, no, 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 God. No, 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 someone else has authority. That's them. You know, Nigel's got the authority. Not you, God. Right? Because you went to a boarding school. God, you went to a boarding school and someone was your housemaster. They were in charge of you. They are the ones with authority. He's the one with authority over you. Right? God, you don't have authority anymore. Housemaster has the authority. All right. And yeah, and every boss that I ever had and every job that I had. Oh, yeah. So, you know, Ian Arbuthnot, Gary Steen, Mike Edgington, any other names? You know, any other company that I ever worked for. Oh, right, so they're in charge. They're God. Oh, right. Yeah. This is the bullshit game the world wants to play. And the thing is that you will keep playing this game until you're dead. And you're burning in hell. And then you'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, God. And I'll be that. You know, you wasted my time and you fucked about and you found out. Yeah, that's your stupid fucking game. Talking about games. Oh yeah, Gran Turismo. Oh yeah. Yeah. Gran Turismo. Yeah. Oh, that must be, you know, oh yeah, Gran. Oh, that's just my gran drinking cups of tea all day long. Oh yeah, that's who Gran is. Yeah, it's my granny. My old fucking granny with dementia. Right, she likes to drink a cup of tea. Oh yeah, she must be Grant then. Oh, I see. Yeah. Or when I drove a Nissan Micra. Oh right, yeah, because that's a granny car. That's right. Yeah. I'm not a young man. You know, I wasn't a young. You know, then I was younger. Obviously, I had a Nissan Micra in my mid-20s. It was given to me by my mum, who's dead. I drove that piece of shit car. And I used to call it a granny car. But the fact is the world's like, well, Granny's the god now, is she? Old Granny who drinks her tea, she must be god now. Or Nigel. Yeah, Nigel Farage. Fucking parasite bastards. Here's another interesting word. Personalized. That's right. What does it mean to personalize someone? What does it mean to personalize something? Well, quite often people might buy, they'll buy a car, right? They'll have, they'll choose the options they want to have on it, like what kind of seats, what kind of color you want, and all that kind of shit, personalized, and people have things like personalized number plates. I don't have personalized number plates on my car, but this is the thing. Anything that I've ever personalized, oh, I must be that thing. Oh, I see. Oh, materialism, the love of things. Yeah, how do you spell things? So that's THIN, so that's thin, GS. Right, GS, all right, so those are my initials. Right, okay, yeah. So that's the thing, right? So if I lost a lot of weight, and I was thin GS, then you'd be like, oh, but you're not fat, so you can't be fatter. You're not father then, because you're not fat enough. You see how this works? It's whack-a-mole. It's let's just keep annoying God and creating diversions and using word magic and sex magic and harass God until he can't deal with it any longer. Yeah, you know what? I'm indoors. Look at me. I am in and I'm committed. I am in a committed. But I ain't in any relationship, am I? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not in a relationship with a woman. I have ghosts on me. Okay, yeah, sure. But that's not the same. So there are people in this world, right, who are in committed relationships, or what they call committed relationships. I'm indoors and I'm committed to completing what I have to do, right? I've been working at this really hard for years. More, a long time. This is, 38 years old now. My time has been wasted. People have kept me waiting for a very long time, ignoring me, treating me like a clown. And I'm very angry about it. I mean, this is what's worse, right? Because if I'd been younger and better looking and I felt better about myself, enjoying, the fact is that my justice is supposed to look like, I'm supposed to be with multiple women. There's supposed to be, that's how the justice is supposed to work. But the fact is that I'm so beyond the point of wanting that really I just want to watch the world suffer in immense pain and die. I just want to watch billions of people die, to be quite honest, because you've completely ruined everything for me. You've taken away the ability. Where's my satisfaction going to come from? What's going to make me feel better? Yeah, the only thing that's going to make me feel better is when you're dead. And that's it, isn't it? Because you've left me with nothing else. Assholes. Why are white women so obsessed with black guys? Well, they're migrants. That's the thing, right? It's all to do with witchcraft. I guess you could say they got big dongs, Maybe that, perhaps, yeah. But the fact is that they are migrants. A migrant, well, my name's Grant. And women want to pretend they're in a relationship with me when they're not. Because they want witchcraft power. They want magic power. They want manifestation power. And all you fuckwits on YouTube shuffling tarot cards, talking shite all day long. Telling lies. Spinning, twisting the story. Hating me, God. And trying to make out someone else's God. Absolute parasites. How many times have I mentioned about the housemaster that I used to have called Nigel Farage? How many times have I spoken about him? How many times have I mentioned it? How many more times have I got to mention it? Round and round we go. It's whack-a-mole, whack-a-mole. It's the never-ending game of whack-a-mole. And I've been round this so many times. How many times have I got to say it? And then what way do I have to say it? What magical combination of words do I have to use to get you to understand who I am? You fucking parasites. I'm really mad today.